Welcome to Bears That Bake, baking for the everyday bear.
Yes. Today we are making pretzels with our guest. Oh,
Yeah,
Frank. This is Frank.
he took the blunt one.
The joint one. So we're calling these our mall food court pretzels because obviously
mall
we
food
can't.
court style pretzels.
Yeah, because we can't
Inspired.
say. Right there we go.
Yeah.
Esque.
Yes.
It's basically we stole,
Yeah.
but we can't say that. So if you want to see how we made these, oh look, we have a penis one. A penis you can eat. I guess you can eat all penises.
No, I think that's good. You can chew. So you can chew this.
I mean, it depends on whether or not you want to like go to jail.
Some people are into the chewing, so
Oh,
yeah.
no teeth, please.
No teeth.
They should make like guards.
I guess you do like a football guard. You can do that.
Oh, but that's like really cumbersome. I just want like a little
Like
a liner.
Like you're
a
boxing, but you're really just gonna go suck some dick.
So you want Invisalign to suck dick.
Invisalign. Hey, it's
We
like
need to make this a thing.
Gum down.
Gum down. Oh,
Exactly.
That'll be the name of it. Gum down.
Take out those dentures. All right. So if you want to see how we made these,
Yes, they're
Keep
super
watching.
easy to make.
yeah, they
Probably
really
have
are.
all the stuff to make it already.
Yeah, probably do. So keep watching. All right. So now you're gonna make your yeast.
Yeah, we're
yeast
just gonna
water.
go ahead and throw it in right there.
This part is very important with the temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's
want to make
close to
sure you get the
110.
temperature right on this one.
As close to like 110 as possible.
Yeah. So luckily we have a thermometer. So we measured out a cup. It's about 110.
If it's too hot, it'll kill the yeast.
Yeah.
If it's too cold, it won't mix properly.
Correct. Okay, and then you're just gonna want to let this sit for about 2-3 minutes. And while that's resting, you can go ahead and put all your dry ingredients into the mixer.
Oh my god. We're gonna use our dough attachment.
So,
I'm honored.
This is the first time.
Really?
Oh, this is our daddy.
Silver Daddy.
We're
This is our
breaking.
silver daddy.
We're popping that cherry.
Yeah, exactly. We're using the pigtail. So, all right. So what dry ingredients do we have? Oh, obviously we have the flour.
Yeah, we got.
Do we need another measuring cup?
Yeah, I'll do one of
here.
them dry ones. I
We have everything. So like when we started this, we had nothing.
think I've seen a video.
We don't have a deep freeze.
No blast chiller.
A blast chiller. Oh, that's next level baking right
I
there.
know.
Just saying, guys. Blast chiller.
Our Amazon wish list.
Hashtag Amazon wishlist.
Yeah. Our BTB Amazon wish list. We should make one just. For
So how
Oh,
Do you have a straight edge? Or like a butter knife of some sort?
please go to Amazon and search B2B. Bears That Bake for our wish list.
That we have to set up still.
Pay no mind to the dildos.
So about how many cups of flour again?
2.5. Yeah. So you just want to use a straight edge, like the back of a butter knife, and that should do it.
Oh, such precision. Precision. All right. What's next?
Our one teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar.
Okay, so it's a teaspoon of salt, and then how much sugar?
A teaspoon as well.
So you have to have like, we have regular salt, we have like table salt, and then we have like the coarse salt.
Oh yeah, the coarse salt will be
To go on
perfect for,
top.
like on top.
Oh, it's like a stemless martini glass?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fancy. Very new one.
Nice. A redheaded slut.
A Lindsay Lohan.
Oh!
Did y'all watch that? Was it?
Actually, a Lindsay,
Beach House?
a Lindsay Lohan
I
is a
haven't
red.
seen it.
A Lindsay Lohan is a redheaded slut with coke.
Dash of Coke.
The dash.
Dash.
All right. So now that you have your dry stuff, you simply just want to raise it up.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Slow speed to begin with.
Yeah, slow speed. Go ahead and turn it on, and you're just gonna slowly incorporate the yeast water that's been chilling right there.
Oh my gosh. What's happening? And so you basically just mix this and then let it rise.
Yeah, what you'll do is you'll let this mix for about like anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, and once you've added that, you go ahead and pick it up. And once everything's mixed together and the dough starts looking kind of smooth and everything looks incorporated, then what you'll want to do is put it in a round bowl that's been sprayed with ham or any type of cooking oil, and then you just
We're just gonna
put some
like,
saran wrap on
grease it.
top.
Okay.
Yeah, you could grease it too. What I didn't have spray myself, so what I did is I have a brush, so I just brushed on a little oil.
Oh, okay.
So you can do that too.
Alright, so this is gonna get going. So when we're done with this, we'll be right back. Otherwise, you're just gonna hear this for like 5 minutes.
Just keep going.
Okay.
So yeah, depending on how warm your house is or on the oven, it depends on how like much it rises.
Yeah, so if you have like a colder house, it'll take a little longer for the dough to rise. So instead of looking at 30 to 45 minutes, it might be like a little over an hour.
Mhm.
If it's like during the summer, it's a little warmer, then you can expect it to rise in about like 30, 40 minutes.
What's the goal? You want it to like double in size? What is it looking for?
So what you want to see is like at least grow roughly to about double the size,
Okay.
or at least half, 50% size,
Okay.
and you'll notice, you know, how it kind of like gets smoother and it'll get much softer.
So anyway, double.
So-
That's pretty big now.
Yeah, so it got pretty big and it's gonna feel very fluffy to the touch. So that's kind of what
It
you want
does
to go
feel very
for.
fluffy. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna
And so
roll it out, right?
This is the fun part. It's the rolling. What you'll want to do to get ready, you know, as soon as everything's rolled out, is hot water with baking soda. About 2 tablespoons of baking soda and some hot water.
Yeah. So we have like a baking dish,
So you gotta whisk it in so it kind of dissolves the baking powder.
And this
Baking
is what
soda,
makes it
baking powder.
brown,
Baking
right?
soda?
Yeah, the baking soda. Yeah,
Baking
correct.
soda in
2
water.
tablespoons of baking soda. This water is what we're gonna bathe the pretzel right before we throw it in the oven, and it's gonna give it that brown texture.
It's
color.
not burning it, right?
No,
Right.
no.
so we're gonna flour the countertop.
Countertop.
And make sure it's all nice and dry and clean. Oh, so professional.
We've done this so often
You
now.
do it salt-based style.
Oh, exactly.
There you go.
This is how he lays out his coat.
Very messy and just kind of. All right, so
You make designs in it with your nose.
Here, there you
Oh,
go.
no one else does that?
okay, so you want to just lay it down. What I like to do is I kind of just create like a kind of a rectangle shape, because as we're gonna cut the pieces of dough, it'll already be ready to roll out.
Right, that way you just like do strips.
Yeah, so you're just doing a strip, and then that's how you stretch it out from there on. You'll want to keep the
This?
saran wrap over it
Um,
as you go along, because this tends to dry up really quick. And if it
Oh,
dries
so like
up,
as you're working.
yeah,
with
as
it?
you're working, you'll want to cover it and just kind of, you know, peel it back and go along.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because as soon as the air starts hitting there, it just starts getting like flaky and crusty, and you don't want that. Okay, so you want to cut maybe like an inch, and this is if you're just gonna make like a regular, like traditional pretzel.
Okay.
But you could also kind of mix it up, make it your own. If you want like pretzel bites, you simply just gotta roll it out, and instead of doing the flip, you just
Mhm.
kind of chop it up, and it's ready to go.
Are you gonna do the flip right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh,
try the flip.
alright.
Okay, so
This is amazing.
ooh, this
This is what we've been
small.
waiting for.
like this moment of truth. I feel like it's on RuPaul. It's like the dramatic music. It's like crescendo
Okay.
right into it.
Cameras, lights, action.
And it shows like these fake
It's
insert
really
or like
small,
looks of like
so
color.
I think I need to cut something. But I'll try to do it with the little one, but it's not really gonna work. Oh.
Oh,
Hey, okay.
that was really cool though. Wait, do it again.
Well, I need a longer strip, but yeah, more or less is. Kinda, you could always reshape it and give it a little.
That was like a really fluid motion.
Yeah, I worked.
Good with his hands.
That's
Mhm.
professional.
I worked at a particular pretzel company, and
Schmeckles pretzels.
rhymed something along the lines of that. Yeah,
Schmeckles
and
pretzels.
I kind of just learned to have to work under pressure, I guess, more or less. So.
Mommy, I want a pretzel. That might help you.
Okay, so this-
So we have also a pretzel bite.
yeah, so we got a pretzel bite off, you know, residual.
Yeah, and we have our oven preheated at 475.
Yeah, 475. Yeah, these are gonna bake relatively quick. You'll want to maybe bake them for about anywhere from 8 to 12 minutes. You just want to check on them, make sure kind of the browning, how it's going along.
Right.
Once it gets nice and brown, it should be good.
Okay, let me know when you're going to do it. Well, that one looks a lot better.
Yeah, you want it a good length because then you can really get some. All right, I think this is gonna be a good one. Ready?
Yep.
Excellent.
Oh.
I feel like he's experienced with whipping things too.
A little bit. That comes in handy as well.
Very apparent.
That was cool. And it's a pretzel. So then when you put it in the water, is it just quick?
Yeah, what you'll want to do is, well, you want to give it a good dunk, swish it around a good amount.
Okay.
You want to,
And then straight into the oven.
yeah, right onto,
Like a baking sheet?
yeah, on a baking sheet.
Okay.
Well, Lawrence has seen it once. I think he can do it now. Let's see Lawrence do it now.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you putting me on the spot? Let's see Jokey Harris do it.
I don't
put this on your acting resume. Can make pretzels.
One of my specialized skills.
Exactly.
Good with fresh dough.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fling dough really well.
You fling dough really good.
Oh, it's like a balloon artist or
Food art.
So who wants to give it a go on the
So
flip?
what do you do?
So basically what you're going to do is, if you want to do that kind of semi-fancy, you just let the natural weight of the dough kind of flip itself. So it's just one single flip and drop.
I can do this.
So it's flip.
We're getting pretzel knots. Yay!
Okay. So watch.
Got this. Almost. You just kind of one single. Almost. You got this.
This is hard. Why does it keep flipping?
Why are you so forceful?
It's all that double
There you
jumping.
go. It's a double knot. It's okay. It's like inverse. I love it.
Mine's fancy.
Yeah, look at that.
It's got like a little
It's like a braid.
twirl. I know, right?
A braid in it.
It's a fish braided pretzel.
There you go. Good. Digging it.
So when you just like pinch the.
Yeah, you'll want to do is just give it a good little pinch right there, like just to kind of seal the deal, right there. Then you could just.
Seal the deal. That usually comes with. Will come.
All right.
Yeah, this is where they. It's like the playback. It's like
I think Joe needs to roll it out and.
Oh, do you want to do a roll out? So you could kind of just. I don't know if you saw me kind of doing the whip
Beat
motion.
your
That'll
dough,
also
Joe.
work.
Beat it vigorously.
And then wherever you see it's like a little thicker, you can kind of like. Yeah.
Wiggle your dough, beat it,
There you go.
slap your dough across his face.
Yeah, do that a couple of times just to give it some length.
It seems pretty like resilient. Like it like.
Yeah, it should usually. I mean, if the dough, that's kind of what you're trying to achieve. Is like you can really like just work with it. And it's very maneuverable. There you go.
Schmeckles pretzels.
All right, now trying to see if you can give it over. You don't really even have to like try it. It like its own weight will kind of flip it. Like once you just kind of. Hold on, let me see. It's also hard when it's thick towards the middle. You just have that going against you. There you go.
It's the dough's problem.
It's the dough's
for sure.
Fall, I
Your
swear.
midsection.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh, we almost had it.
Bread knots.
I like
We're getting bread knots.
bread knots right there. Yeah, it's
I feel like it's.
I like that. Should I do it? Let me do it one more and see if you can catch it. Ready?
Okay.
So, like, you flick it like that, but let it just kind of use its own natural weight.
He does it so easy. He's just like, meh.
I want to in on this. I want to try it.
Okay.
You want to try this?
I've never actually tried it. I just always watch him do it.
You want to give it a
Oh,
go?
it looks easy.
Here, I'm live. Hey, everybody, you're live right now.
Hi.
Hi.
Here, Joe. Hold this. I got this.
Come on, you do this.
Get it, babe.
I gotta beat it a couple of times. We're good. We're somewhere along those lines, right? Yeah.
No.
Okay, what's a pretzel look like?
It's got a twist.
It's one twist. It's a single little knot.
That's like 2.
That's
Bitch,
a couple.
please. Please, you just gotta flip it the other way.
there. You go. Look
It
at
was just in the wrong. See,
I like how
I
you
got
do a
you.
double knot.
There we go. Hey, bitches, what? I told you.
Good job, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Approved.
I got hired.
Take your
At
phone.
Schmeckel Pretzels.
We're like Uncle M's, not Auntie M.
Yeah.
Uncle M's.
Uncle
Right.
Uncle Homer.
All right, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess for the sake of finishing off
Yeah,
this
we'll just
dough,
finish.
Oh yeah, I'll do all of them. Yeah.
I could try to do the one where I flip it in the air and catch it.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, sure.
Don't know if I can do it though.
Some EDM shit right here. Let's go.
Dinner theater.
I was also promised a cock pretzel.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, there's a nice chunk left. So
I found some cheese for said cock pretzel.
all right, I think this is a good size. Let's see if I can do it. Almost. Hey.
Oh, hey. Sorry. Sorry about it. Fancy.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, you might as well just make the rest.
Easy, right?
It does really look so easy, but then it's like,
What do you guys want to do with this last little chunk? Are we doing that
Cock pretzel.
cock pretzel request?
we're doing a cock pretzel?
Cock pretzel.
It's only standard procedure.
A Schmeckel pretzel.
Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
There you
A schmeckel
I'm
pretzel.
gonna try to do a side angle. I've never done that
go.
Oh,
because I have
okay.
experience with other
Like a
angles.
profile.
Yeah.
So not top down, what you normally see.
Right.
From out of side.
Just looking at it from like.
Are we getting like Captain Hook curvature or just like
We've been fucking around corners, okay? So.
Hey, you got, I'm at. This is art right here. We're going
that
there.
what-
We're going
Is that
there.
what we're calling it?
Whoa! Such detail. This one is clearly circumcised.
He's Jewish, babe. Now, are those balls or are they like.
I'm trying to get like like the profile,
Goodness.
bit of a profile action. Just give it some more length, huh? Why not?
Why not?
Let's keep this classy, okay?
A reasonable size.
Wait, classy here?
Yeah, as we make cock pretzels, it's real classy.
Super classy.
There we go. Hey.
We do have cheese.
We
Okay.
do have cheese.
I heard from the grapevine, actually from you, you can easily like add jalapenos to it.
Yeah, so the difference will be you can either incorporate jalapeno into the actual dough mix, like before, like make a a full dough of it, or you can actually just top it with jalapenos.
Oh.
If you incorporated it into the dough, do you reduce any liquids or anything, or you just like cut them up and make sure they're well drained?
Yeah, you just want to make sure they're well drained, chopped up nicely, and then at the time where you're mixing the dry ingredients is when you would want to throw in the jalapenos. Yeah.
I think forget jalapenos. That's old school. We do something like new, like avocado pretzels.
Avocado,
Like
very
avocado,
avant-garde. That's
yeah,
very hip.
like avocado toast.
I feel like we can open that up at like Silver Lake and be like,
Quinoa pretzel.
quinoa pretzel. I think you have something.
Bitch, please. We got kale pretzels
Kale pretzels,
made of strict kale only.
gluten free.
No
Oh.
flour was harmed in making this kale
Right.
pretzel.
So it's like cauliflower. We can cauliflower. Have to be gluten free. Cauliflower.
Oh,
pretzels.
oh, I love cauliflower.
I love.
Okay, so here's the baking soda bath.
yes, the baking soda bath. What you'll want to do is just give it a nice dunk.
Okay. You get them all in there. Make sure it's like soaked.
Yeah. And then when you bake it, preferably the side where you pinched it kind of face down,
Okay.
just so that it'll maintain its shape. That's a good thing since it's like, you notice I can just reshape it and
Right.
a little offset, but not anymore.
There you go.
Let's do this baby one. Baby.
Yes, that's beautiful.
You need mine.
So is baking soda bath the new like Korean spa treatment?
Right.
Yours.
I need a baking soda treatment.
This is the double knot.
After the eucalyptus sauna, the rosemary sauna, baking soda bath.
Baking soda bath.
You need that nice tan.
Nice tan.
That ra-
Put it back and sit in the nice and
It's the new tanning.
all clean, fresh,
browned and buttery.
brown and glossy, like a glazed ham fresh out of the oven.
Oh,
now we're
I like
talking.
that.
I always say that, like when we're in pot, I like a glazed ham.
I
Brand,
smell like him when I sweat. What a coincidence.
Right? And then you just put like a glazed ham, like it all looks tasty.
he bakes it with brown sugar, of course.
I
And
know.
pineapples.
This baby one looks a little dry, a little small, but
Like Joe.
I know, yeah.
she
So
deserves
now
a
we're almost
chance.
about size now, all of a sudden. Okay. That's revealing.
Hey, I'm not a size queen. Okay, and the peels the raisins thoughts.
And then how long do you bake these for approximately?
So it
would you
should-
say? Like these, like
These ones in particular, I would probably say 8 to 12 minutes.
Okay,
maybe.
so it's very quick.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
like watch it and make sure. It, like,
You'll just want to
browns.
watch it as it browns. You can kind of, make it your own. If you want it like lighter or darker and crispier, then just kind
Do
of
it
play it by
lighter.
ear.
Okay.
But once they start browning, though, then you'll only want to do it in like increments of 2-3 minutes. 'Cause
Okay.
Then since it's a high oven temperature,
Right.
you run the risk of burning them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna bake these.
Yes, these just pop in the oven.
Should we
And,
do the pretzel bite also?
oh, the
I mean,
little
why not?
pretzel
Well,
bite.
actually,
yeah.
it's a joint.
Yeah. Oh, I almost forgot the important part. So if you want the pretzel like salted,
Oh.
right now would be the time that you would want to salt them.
coarse
Of
salt.
course. Or
Yeah.
kosher salt, yeah?
Yeah, either like some type of kosher salt or granulated salt. And now you could also leave some without any salt.
Yeah, let's
because
do,
what will
like, a
happen
couple of
after
them.
is when you do the butter bath. That's when you can make them sweet, like a cinnamon sugar,
Oh.
or mix it up, with other things like other flavors and stuff like that.
So do you just pour it on? Let's do like a couple of them with salt.
Yeah, if
Just
you
like-
want to do like these two bottom ones with some salt.
I love this little sausage.
Yeah, just incorporate Joe into the batter. Salty.
Well, because-
You're a lot more salty than anybody here.
Not salty, not salty.
Well, mine would be salty and vinegary.
Mine's
vinegary?
sweet and luscious.
Sweet glazed
Right? Like a sweet
Is that good?
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
wait, if we want to do a cinnamon one, we do that at this step also?
That does it.
At the
We
end.
do that after.
And,
Yeah.
then what about if we wanted a cheese? What would that add in?
So the cheese one, if you were gonna do like a cheese one, that would also be a time to do it. Would be now. So
Okay,
like,
you would
for
just
example-
throw it on there.
Yeah. So you would bathe it first, get it nice and wet, and like have it bathed in the baking soda, and then preferably have like a little tray with cheese or whatever cheeses that you like. You just kind of press down the pretzel onto the cheese.
Oh.
And it should, if
And then you
everything
transfer
goes
it onto
well,
here.
you transfer it over and all the cheese will be stuck to the top of it.
Oh my god.
And if you got like pepperonis and jalapenos, you can make
Okay.
a pepperoni jalapeno pretzel like a certain
Nice.
place that I used
We
to
do
work
have
at did.
we do have cheese dip, so.
Oh,
Okay.
cheese dip is
And the beer brought mustard.
Oh yeah, and the
that sounds
mustard.
really good.
Okay. So we're
We're
gonna
good?
bake these, and we'll be back in like 10 minutes.
7 minutes?
Yeah,
All right.
10 minutes.
Alright, so it's legit.
Oh, I love those little bits. Like it's just on Frenskies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So they're done. Woo. Nice. So
Got a nice little brownness to them.
careful.
Careful. 'Cause sometimes even though you grease it up, they might still kind of stick to it. So.
Well, everyone needs a little aluminum in their diet.
Right?
Aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. Might be okay. It's not as. round up as the other ones,
This
but
stick is hot.
it's a hot day.
Hot dick.
And then the joint.
It literally went from like a pretzel bite to like a pretzel joint.
Right.
So I'll crack it up. So I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but a good time to salt them, yeah, would be once right before throwing in the oven. Worst case scenario, if you happen to like want more salted pretzels, the good thing is you could always just lather them up with butter and then put salt after the fact.
We're all about buttering things up
Exactly.
here. So
Yeah.
something about like, what are we talking about clarifying butter? What was that again?
Yeah, so a lot of the times it's popular, especially with pretzels, like to clarify the butter. So that's just basically removing the fat from the butter, so you end up with more of like an oil consistency, and it coats better on the pretzels. It grabs ingredients a little better. Tastes a little different, but it's not a drastic change personally. But where I used to work, we used clarified butter. But I mean, it's a whole extra process. If you're willing to go through the tedious process, it's worth it. But for our sake and for most people's sake, you know, you're fine with unsalted butter preferred, because like I said, if you are going to be turning these pretzels into with something salty, sweet, you'll want the butter to be a little more neutral, so that way it's like, you know, you get your cinnamon sugar as opposed to like a buttery salt and cinnamon sugar pretzel, which I'm probably sure isn't all that bad. You know, some
That's
people
fine.
like their savory stuff, so hey,
I like sweet
I'm not
and
hating.
savory.
Yeah, I'm not hating on that.
An example of clarified butter is like if you go to the movie theaters.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hot butter you put on popcorn. That's clarified butter.
Yeah, that's the clarified butter. Yeah, like I mentioned, like, you know, sometimes I've ever tried putting butter from like home butter on popcorn, and then your popcorn just like shrinks and shrivels up.
Yeah.
It's because of the fat, and
The
so
fat.
usually that's why the clarified butter kind of comes in handy when it comes to things like that. And the process of that is just, it's tedious. It's just put the butter on low and you spoon the fat at the top as it surfaces, and it takes a
Yeah.
while. But like I said, if you're willing to go through the process, it's kind of worth it. But
Get that bougie butter.
Mhm.
Right?
Or you could buy it like
yeah,
clarified,
I can
like
buy it. I've seen it. Okay,
So the next step is they're going to put in the butter bath.
Yes.
so we butter the salt
We are
ones
gonna
too?
butter all of them, but we'll start with the salt ones, and then kind of go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just she's gonna go right in here.
This is dirty pretzels. They need 2
She's gonna have a bubble bath.
Oh my god, a bath of butter. Can you imagine? You're just like sitting there. Butter.
And then tomorrow you let your break out everywhere.
Not this skin.
She's like, break out who?
Exactly. Baking soda treatment.
So what I'm doing is I'm literally just dunking it in the butter and brushing the bottom two, and the front. You want to butter up that bottom.
The tops and bottoms.
The tops and bottoms.
Bottoms need love too.
There has to be a verse pretzel.
So you're lubing up the bottom.
This is the second time we've made that reference in 2 shows.
It's amazing. Ooh, this one's extra salty.
Mm.
I know some
She's
people
been through a lot.
Mm-hmm. I know some people that can relate to this pretzel very much.
Oh, the butchery of it all.
Oh yeah, the butchery. It's our new word.
The butchery.
The butchery. Even sliced and diced, girl. So yeah, you're just kind of like coating it.
Yeah, front and back. You want it.
And
This
I mean,
may seem a little excessive, but ultimately it's going to be absorbed into the pretzel itself.
Right.
So-
And you've all had a pretzel. You know it's like,
Yeah.
you can't have too much butter in anything. I mean,
It's a fat girl snack.
Yeah.
right?
If
Exactly.
you're going
Getting
health.
a pretzel, you're not getting anything healthy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So that's just the salted ones you can leave as is. Now over here we have the cinnamon sugar mix, right?
Or cinnamon sugar bath.
Yeah, our
Yes.
cinnamon sugar bath. Oh, and, you know,
Proportions.
tip.
Yes. A good tip is you want to, you know, really think of how much cinnamon you want, since cinnamon cuts through a lot. If you're going to use about maybe a half cup to a cup of sugar, you really only need maybe a teaspoon or 2.
So don't over cinnamon.
Yeah, don't over cinnamon it, because it's going to
Fuck it up.
I mean, if you love cinnamon, hey.
So yeah, cinnamon to
Good for you.
taste. So you put a little bit
Yeah.
in, taste it, and then
Yeah.
add it in.
Yeah.
You'll just want like a light brown looking kind of sugar. If it looks too brown, then you might have overdid it on
Just
the cinnamon.
add more sugar back.
Add more sugar to kind of
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay, so
We may have overexplained that.
can never.
Lots of sugar, a little bit of cinnamon.
The shortened version.
Right?
TLDR.
Right? Or just do whatever the fuck you want, and if you mess up, that's your bad. Lesson learned. We are here to teach. All right, so you butter this one too.
Yeah, you want to butter them in general,
Yeah.
but this
Why
one,
not?
as soon as you've taken it out from here, you'll want to just transfer it straight to the.
Yes. I mean,
And if you want to do the back too,
Yeah,
you know
well,
what I'm
yeah.
I mean, why not?
I'm assuming that's what's happening.
Yeah,
Right, can
gotta
we just
kind of-
take some
Yeah,
and-
you might have to take some and just sprinkle the top.
yeah, because the texture there doesn't really allow for.
Yeah.
I mean, there you go. That's a piece of art right there.
This is the double knot, huh?
Yeah,
Which is yours? Oh, that one, huh? The inverse one?
this one.
Like,
Right.
Looks like a DNA.
This one's haute couture.
Ah!
There's only
Signature left.
exactly. That's a BTB pretzel. Okay.
Category is
Right.
double knot.
double knot.
Inverse double knot.
Right.
Butter.
Category is masking your fuck up for actual work of art.
That's what this story is. That's not fucking
Right. Yeah, this is great. I mean, like, because you could really just do this super easy, and
Yeah.
who doesn't like a pretzel, right?
Yeah, and I had also mentioned the good thing about the dough itself is it's very versatile. You can, start experimenting with different shapes and ideas. I used to use the dough to make calzones, so it was like a pretzel dough calzone.
Mm-hmm.
Marinara,
You
cheese.
should like apple turnovers
You
too.
could also make it sweet, apple turnover. Like a cinnamon apple mix. What would you normally do in a pie? But throw it in
right.
some pretzel dough, like seal it up with a fork on the edges. You'll still want to make sure that after you either folded it or whatever you created, you always want to give it that baking soda bath,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise you'll end up with pretty white. Oh yeah, I forgot the baby.
You could probably just like dunk that in there.
I know, right?
Oh my god, look at that.
She floats.
It's floating. It's like a float, like a pretzel floaty. Were you leaving this in butter, or are you doing cinnamon sugar with this too?
Baby one, does she get sweet or salty?
Just
Just
leave her
leave her like
buttery.
original buttery.
So what's really awesome about this too is if you do bake a lot, is that a lot of the ingredients you use for everything else. So
You
really for a quick
most
snack,
likely
yeah.
already have everything in
Right.
the pantry for this. That's
Exactly.
a really cool thing. The only thing that would stand out would be the yeast.
Yeah, the yeast or like any kind of toppings you want to put on
The
there.
toppings, of course, yeah.
The dip.
See the knife, little.
I know, yeah, the groove,
The grooves.
the hood.
You should hold this one and we should take a picture of.
Oh,
Is that appropriate? Can we put that on Instagram? It's just a piece of bread.
It's a
not
piece
an
of
actual
bread.
like.
I think
dick.
it's okay.
It's really there. Whoever's viewing its interpretation. Of them, I guess.
It'll be fine. None of you guys care, right? And nobody that follows us on Instagram is worried about a little bit of dick.
No.
Dick-shaped
doubt
bread.
Edible one.
Right?
Especially an edible one.
With a buttery edible one.
It's all lathered up and looped, ready to go.
Perfect. Very
Oh,
easy.
got it.
Yeah,
That was very easy. That was amazing. You guys like no time at all. You too could do this.
Oh, Bear Crew.
Right? We're done. This was amazing. Thanks, Frank.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This was
Thanks
awesome.
for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
I want to eat the dick.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
super excited to try this. I love the.
So you gotta dip it in whatever you feel. That's
Yeah,
I love
that's
dipping mine
the
in
beauty of it. You
cheese.
can
So
just kind of.
so
You have cheese, some
This
mustard.
is really good.
Is this just plain?
That one's plain,
with
yeah.
butter.
No
With
salt.
butter.
I don't like.
You want salt?
We tried not to do a salty dick, you know?
Yeah, I don't want a salty dick.
That one's just plain
Okay.
butter.
Fresh out of the gym dick.
Oh, that's a cheesy dick. I don't know about
And
that.
this is a beer brought mustard, so it's like a Dijon.
Mmm. Okay.
I'm gonna try this baby.
You want some of the balls, babe?
You have to cradle the balls.
I want to try the sweet one now.
Oh,
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really
it's
good.
really delicious. Ooh.
Has a nice crunch on the outside.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
soft.
It's perfect.
Mhm. Because you're gonna love this one. Or hate it. And then you're gonna send us hate mail. Mm. Mm-hmm. The
This
sweet
ones
one
are
too.
palatable.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Really
you too
appreciate
can make
it, guys.
pretzels. Yeah.
Why don't you get in the shop?
So everybody's social media will be linked online. Like us, follow us. If you want to be on the show, slide into that DM.
Slide into the DM.
All right. And as always, thank you for watching.
Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.